Welcome back to Love from a Leo. Today's video is the Libra and Virgo relationship and basically how it's playing out and what's to come. And this is a requested video, so if you would like to see your relationship next, then leave a comment down below, or you can email me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com to book a private reading. So, Libra, here's the card for Libra. And the issue that they're having with the Virgo is unrequited love. So the issue that the Libra is having with this card in this deck, it basically means that someone is having issues with jealousy and kind of having irrational thoughts about their partner. This could stem from childhood abandonment or just in past lives or whatever the case may be. But it's about abandonment and just feeling like no one is on their side. So kind of feeling like the world is out to get them. In some cases, it may be true with the person that they're with, that it's not a situation that they're being looked out for. But in most cases with this card, it's saying that it's kind of just all in the head of the person who's having these feelings because of past trauma. Now, the Virgo has karmic relationship as their issue with the Libra. So this is saying that kind of the same thing, but not exactly. Virgo still has a lot of learning to do with this person, and this person has a really big tie with this Libra that stems from past lives or a very long span of love or commitment with this person. And for some reason, they are still learning how to let bygones be bygones or kind of usher in new energy because they're still stuck in the past. So let's see past, present, and future energy auras are like. Okay, so in the past, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this obviously means that the connection that the Libra and the Virgo had in the past was something that was almost like sent from above. It kind of fell into the lap of both of the people in this relationship. It also is saying that this was a path that was meant to be had for each of you guys' journey. It was something that you had to experience. It's something that you probably couldn't get around, even though you probably weren't looking for this commitment or this relationship. And also, it was something that was just balanced and it was good. It was, you know, the Ace of Pentacles is all about abundance and prosperity, security, comfort. So this is basically what this is saying. That's the aura of the relationship in the past. So let's see. Any more details? Yeah, Six of Pentacles here. So it was a very even give and take type of relationship, not just on a financial level, because it could have been that one person was doing financially for one, and then for the other they were giving some type of emotional abundance to the other person. So it was very well balanced, and I feel like it was just a good connection, almost charitable on both parts. I mean, the Knight of Swords, I feel like this is a situation that just kind of came out of nowhere. Like I said, I don't think you guys planned this. I don't think you guys thought it would go this far. I think it was just something that just happened without thought. So let's go ahead and move to the present aura, because there's not much to be said about the past aura because it's all good. So in the present aura, we have the King of Swords upright. So this could be significant of the Libra or any air sign, but as a card, I think this is, or an aura, I feel like this is saying that you guys are in a very logical, calculated type of relationship. So let me get more clarification. Logical and calculated in what aspect? Okay, so we have the Hierophant here. So you guys probably have some type of plan or something that you see like for the future. Like you guys are working on building something for the future, and it's probably a long-term plan. So if whether it's about family, well, yeah, because we have the Empress card here. So someone may be pregnant in the relationship, but I feel like it's about moving this relationship into a more stable type of energy. So for example, if you guys were just dating at one point, now you're in a position where you're ready to get married. Or if you guys are already married, now you're trying to have the perfect marriage that you're, you know, wanting, or maybe have kids now in the picture, things of that nature. With the Hermit card in reverse, I do feel like the Virgo, yeah, the Virgo may be the one who's pregnant. But at the same time, I feel like the Virgo is still having trouble with their karmic relationship with this person. They're having issues with being settled with whatever it is that they were not okay with in the beginning, or whatever issues that they have from this relationship is kind of making it to where the plan is not being stopped or anything, but the Virgo is still having its own reasons why they can't fully connect the way that they need to. What was the issue that the Virgo... So we have the Seven of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. So Seven of Swords means most likely the Libra was doing something, I don't want to say manipulation, but I think that they were leaving the Virgo out when it came to certain information that they needed to know. like maybe doing something that they both had an understanding that they needed to stop doing. And then the Five of Pentacles saying that they needed help. They needed some type of spiritual or emotional help. And I feel like the Libra was not emotionally there to provide this. Yeah, Seven of Swords and Five of Pentacles. Yeah, and I feel like whatever the situation was that the Virgo was trying to resolve, or they couldn't yet get to the point of resolving the situation, we have the Eight of Cups here. So they were wanting to walk away from the situation for the sake of, because this is what they wanted. This could also signify a Leo. If the Sun card is here, it's probably a Leo coming up too. The King of Cups here. So, okay. So it's calculated and logical now, because I think the Virgo and the Libra are seeing that the relationship is not just as easy as they thought it was going to be, because there's certain things that have to be dealt with on either ends of the situation. But at the same time, I feel like with the Virgo trying to leave, because this is what they needed for themselves in terms of pride and just kind of becoming their self and having that confidence again, I think it put them in a position where they're able to have control of their emotions. And so with that, the Virgo is like, okay, I need to be more practical. Now that my emotions are in check, I need to be more practical about the situation. Let's see if you guys are in a position where you guys are trying to be together now. Are they together now? Okay, so you guys are trying to make things work at the moment. With the Three of Cups in reverse, one of you is making it hard to connect or reconnect with whoever is trying to leave the situation. And then with the Ace of Wands, I feel like you guys are being very hesitant on making any sudden moves or fully committing to this person, because you feel like there's still some work that needs to be done on their part. And then with the Ace of Cups in reverse here, it's basically saying that emotionally, I think you guys want things to work. There's still someone who is not fully on board, and I'm thinking it is the Virgo. So what can be brought into this situation to solve what's going on? Okay, Six of Wands in reverse. So you guys have to put pride aside. That's basically what it's saying. So if you guys are willing to make this work, all emotional attachments that were had in the past, you have to let them be bygones, because the Queen of Swords is saying that it's time to be logical and not emotional about the situation, even though this is an emotional relationship. And it kind of ties everything together with the King of Swords that we had at the very beginning. And also with the Queen of Swords, it always suggests being creative and open to communicating. So maybe finding a new way to communicate, finding a new solution after an argument. But it doesn't have to be an argument. It's probably just like a disagreement. But there still needs to be a way that you guys are like putting facts with facts, looking at the pros and cons, and then balancing out and seeing if it's worth it, if it's something that's worth salvaging. Because I do feel like there's a connection that wants to be had here, but someone can't get past their sadness about whatever situation that really hurt their feelings in the past. But Nine of Pentacles is here, so I do feel like the Virgo is going through a time where they are learning how to love themselves. And so now, yeah, with the Four of Wands right behind that, it's saying that success in the relationship can come, comfort in the relationship can come, security, and also marriage possibly with the Four of Wands. It's just about not looking back. You can't look back at this point. So if you're willing to do that, or if you feel like you can do that, then it can succeed, this relationship. But if you're not willing to let that go, then you have a lot of work to do, or you probably won't be able to get through it, period. Because there's a lot of built up anger or hurt towards this person. So in the future aura, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. So like I said, if you want to make this work, you're going to have to put in the work when it comes to action. So showing the love for each other, or showing the commitment that you guys, or the changes that you have to make this relationship sustain itself. Normally when the Ten of Wands is upright, it's basically saying that you need to put something down. So if it was upright, I would say that you guys need to break up, or that's the future that is coming for you guys. But since it's in reverse, it's saying that you guys need to put in more action. And it's almost like someone's afraid to get hurt, I guess, and so they don't want to waste their time. But if you're still a part of the relationship, you might as well put in the work, because you haven't left. So being practical and logical, if you're still going to be around something, then you might as well put in the work to keep it going, instead of just sitting there and being angry that you're still a part of it. So let's see, who needs to put in work in this situation? Whoa. So the energy that's being pulled for is the Nine of Swords, Libra, And then we have the Empress. Okay, so this is great. So this is saying here, what the heck? Libra is clearly here. And then we have Empress, which I associate with the Virgo card. And Virgo came up, Empress came up as Virgo in this spread. So it definitely looks like the Virgo is most likely the female energy in this situation. And then with the Nine of Swords, it came out in reverse, but I'm going to show you upright. So Nine of Swords is kind of like racing thoughts that you can't really, it can be like anxiety or worriedness or just having these past issues with trauma. Came out reverse. So it's saying that you need to stop torturing yourself with these thoughts because, again, like I said, if you're going to make it work, you have to let them go. You have to let all of those insecurities go, all of the letdowns, the betrayal on both parts. It is saying that for Libra and the Empress here. So it's definitely a situation where it's like, if you want to make it work, it's really up to you and your mindset. Now, like I said, if you are a person who genuinely can't get past those situations mentally, then emotionally it's translating into being distant and cold, then you need to leave the situation alone because there is no moving past that, because that is what needs to be done before any action can be put in, before any forgiveness can set into the picture. So that's actually not too bad considering all the other readings that I've been doing for the two zodiac signs, this whole segment that I've been doing. So I do think that it's just going to take each of you kind of owning up and being mature emotionally, individually though. Not like saying that one of you has to apologize. I think all of that has already been done. It's more about you guys reflecting within yourself and being a little bit more introspective and looking at what's worth being angry about and what's worth trying to fix. You know what I'm saying? Because things happen so that you can figure out where the problem lies. And so both of you guys being Libra and Virgo, I do feel like there's a possibility that you guys can really fix the situation. When you have someone who's logical and then you have someone who's practical, there's a lot that can be done to fix a situation, especially with you guys both having these very karmic cards from a very deep-rooted situation. So like I said, it looks like this relationship is worth something. It's just a matter of how far have things gone at this point for your relationship. So yeah, if you would like a deeper reading, or if you would like to really get to the bottom of things based on your natal chart, your placements, your alignments, your houses, all of that good stuff, then you can email me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com and we can get an analyzation going on that, and then we can get further into any type of reading that you would like to get into, and it would be personalized for you. And leave 2 zodiac signs down below if you would like to see your relationship next. And yeah.